Today we're cooking up your new favorite pork tenderloin. Today we're making pork loin, kind of the filet mignon of pigs, so to speak. And one of the reasons that I like cooking this up is a couple things. One, super versatile. You can put almost anything on it. We got some really good classic barbecue flavors today. It's also ridiculously cheap here. So I actually got this at Costco, and I think it was like $9.50 for two of them. So super versatile, super cheap. You can make it really nice. It's also going to go on the grill, and it's just going to sit there. There's really not a lot of hand holding, so it's just really kind of easy. A good thing just to throw on for a weeknight. So first thing, what we're going to do. Oh, before I forget, I meant to mention this last time. Thank you so much for weighing in on the music that you just heard. It was a overwhelmingly positive reaction, or overwhelmingly positive response to the song. So for the time being, we're going to keep using it until we get sick of it. So first thing what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this pork loin. We're going to get it all cleaned up. So like I said, this is a relatively small pork loin. It's probably like maybe a pound or two. And they actually did a pretty decent job taking off this fat here. So that's kind of just pinching off, so I'm not even going to worry about that. This side looks pretty good. What I want to do is, you see that little silver skin? It might be kind of hard to see. I'm going to work my knife underneath that and just walk it down, because I don't want that. And then maybe this piece of fat as well. But you don't want to go overboard. A lot of this will render down. So this looks pretty good for me. We're going to go ahead and get some mustard on this. Okay, there's kind of three components to this whole thing, and we're going to treat it like we do a pork butt. And so I like hot sauce slather or some mustard. Thought mustard sounded good today, and what I'm using is this Coleman's mustard. You can't always find this everywhere. I believe it's from, it's from the UK. I found this in this little country store, and it's really fantastic. It's super pungent. You know, it's almost like a spicy Chinese mustard, but it's really tremendous. We're going to slather that on, and then we're going to hit it with this new rub that I got from Mr. Myron Mixon. I'm sure you've seen him on Pitmasters and just on the internet. Had this once, really enjoyed it. Good classic all-purpose type barbecue rub, kind of sweet, kind of hot. And then we're also going to be following it up at the very end with his hog sauce. So good, again, all-purpose, a little bit more of a I would say Western Carolina style. One of the things that people kind of misinterpret is that Georgia style barbecue is very similar to Carolina style, Western Carolina style. So you'll see it's not that super thick Kansas City style sauce, not really overly sugary. It's kind of a nice blend between tomato and vinegar. So it's going to go really well in this pork loin. But to start, what we're going to do is get some mustard on this. Cool. So like I said, first step, get some Coleman's mustard down. And I'm going to be using the rest of this jar, so don't worry about cross-contamination. And then I'm putting the spoon back in the jar. So, get that nice and rubbed. Next step, nice Myron Mixon rub here. Really nice color. Liking that. Nice coarse rub, too. Let's give it a little push. Maybe one more hit. Flip it. Same story. I'm liking that. Okay, so we're smoking at 250 degrees today. I just put the rub on. Some people like to let it sit for a little bit. You can do what you want. I haven't really been able to tell much of a difference by letting the rub sit for however long. So that's going on right now. What I'm going to do now, you've seen me in my favorite little mini Dutch oven here. We're gonna go ahead and get the sauce warmed up. So with the Dutch oven on, got our nice sauce here. We're gonna let this start to come up to temp, and towards the end of it, we're actually gonna be basting this for probably about the last 15-20 minutes or so. So 250, it's on. Probably gonna take I don't know, it's a pretty small cut, maybe a little over an hour or so. We'll check back. Okay folks, it's been about 45 minutes now. We've been rolling at 250 degrees. I just came out to look at it, and it's looking like it's coming along. So I got my Thermopin, and we're gonna pop this open and take a little look at it. And like I said before, this is a small loin. This is I like these because it's really good for like two people, maybe maybe one person, you have a little bit extra. We're gonna be aiming for, some people have different opinions. The National Pork Board actually came out and said 145 is perfect for pork loin, so we're right there. Me personally, I kind of like it just a little bit more. Now, that being said, some of these end pieces are going to be a little bit more done. All that to say, this is ready to sauce. So we went ahead and we've had this this nice Myron Mixon hog sauce heating up on the side. And for the last 15 minutes or so, I'm gonna baste this, you know, maybe once, maybe twice, just to let that glaze up a little bit. Really beautiful color, you see that? You see those big chunks of pepper there from that rub? My God, we got some sugar explosion here from that sauce. But this is looking good here. I'm saying maybe 10 more minutes, let this tacky up, and then we're gonna be back and take it off. Okay, folks, it's been an hour and 10 minutes total. I just took the temp again. We're probing about 155, so I kind of like that spot. It's gonna creep over just a little bit more, but come on in here and take a look at this. We're gonna get this on the cutting board here. That looks good. You can see a little nice clear juices kind of running from the top there. Ooh, nice marks on the bottom there. And I didn't even flip this the entire time. Just been sitting there, smoking away. I told you it was gonna be easy. I haven't done a thing to this other than that one glaze. Let's get it cut up. I'm really happy with this. I like that color. That you can see the Myron rub has a good color on its own, and it just really deepens in that mahogany that we're looking for. But I am really, oh, it smells good. Oh, a little tangy from the barbecue sauce, smoky, a little heat, definitely some sweetness. Let's cut into it and see how we did. And with the sound of planes flying overhead, we're gonna cut into this. Nice and juicy, see that? That rub, looking good. Real happy with this, looks really nice. I came out here and gave it one last little saucing here, but I think the most important and obviously final step is to give it a cut and see how we did. So, move this guy off to the side. And you can cut this thin or as thick as you want. You know, for sometimes, like if I want sandwiches, I might cut a little bit thinner. Oh, see that? You can, that intermuscular fat. I feel like I mention intermuscular fat every single video, so apologies. I'm not trying to be annoying, but look at it, just falling apart, looking really good, nice and juicy. It's just a classic barbecue pork. Simple, delicious. You can make it however you want. Got a favorite rub? Use it. I'm using these guys today, Myron. Got a link in the description if you're interested. Highly recommend it though. But yeah, I mean, if you got a favorite rub, hit it with that. You like sauce, sauce it. You know, if you were gonna maybe use maybe a sweeter sauce, I would maybe put it on right in the last 5 minutes. This sauce sat on for maybe about 15 minutes or so. A little bit more vinegar heavy. That's just my flavor profile that I like. But you know, it's super easy, super cheap, great weeknight meal, and you can make sandwiches. You could cut it up just like this with a couple sides, and you're off to the races. So thanks so much for sticking around. Had a blast. As always, like the video if you enjoyed it, comment and subscribe as well. And you know, give me some tips. You know, what do I need to be cooking next? Always love the feedback and all the nice comments and everything. So stick around till next week.